Well, here's the house that we bought in Raymond, Maine. It's our retirement home, and sure represents a whole lot of work that needs to be done. Here's the back of the house. You can see it's a pretty ugly green color. Needs a lot of tender love and care. But I got plenty of time for that now. Here's Susan standing in front of the garage that we're converting to the family room. So we put the windows in and we're starting to paint the house. And here it is, prettier blue than that green. This is, you can see the driveway is heading right to what used to be the garage. Here's the front of the house, and we've yet to paint the deck, the front deck, but that's on the to-do list, as well as many, many other things. Here we are inside the new family room that was the attached garage. We put knotty pine on the walls and on the ceiling. Put in new floor, furniture, and made it as comfortable as possible. And this is what Susan and I now call the cave, our getaway place. Here we are down in the basement, where we have a fireplace, a full kitchen, a full bath, a dining room, and a living room where the couch turns into a bed. When we have visitors, we call this the subterranean suite, where they can be very comfortable. Well, here is the Kings Grant clubhouse. It's on our golf course, overlooking the course. We've got 9 holes, and I think the longest one is 250 yards. This golf course is part of the 55 acres that 11 of us homeowners own, among other things such as beach and lakefront. Get a chance to practice a lot of golf, but I'm still not good at it. Well, here you're looking at our house across our front lawn. Each one of us has about an acre of land, and all the trees behind us are all part of our acre. So here I am mowing the lawn and trying to keep up with the neighbors. All that land behind me there is common property. Here's Susan. She's creating what is to be a beautiful flower garden in the middle of the lawn. And here we've shaved an area for a pathway, and I'm putting in cobblestones, or I'm going to try anyway. Yep, and there's the beginning. It's a long, tedious job, and I'm working as hard as I can to get it done. Here's Susan's farm. I put up an 8-foot fence so that after all of her stuff starts growing, the deer won't get to it. There she is, beginning to sow the seeds. We're looking forward to having a whole bunch of veggies. Corn, peppers, tomatoes, all kinds of stuff. And starting to come up there, and put up a scarecrow just to let the birds know that it's ours and not theirs. And they just laugh at us. There's our detached garage that enabled us to turn in the attached garage into our family room. And behind that garage is our property boundary, which is a brook that comes off the lake. And as you can imagine, there's all kinds of animals roaming around and swimming around back there. At night it sounds like we live in a jungle. Just kidding with some of those, but here's the real wildlife we have. There's lots of squirrels and chipmunks, Here's a guy ready to jump up on our bird feeder, and there he is hanging there with his buddies below him, waiting for him to drop something. And every once in a while we do get some wild animals. Here's a couple of turkeys that meandered across our driveway until they realized it was almost Thanksgiving, and that's when they flew away. Well, here we are looking at a lake from our front lawn. And getting a little closer, you can see where we all park our canoes and our kayaks. And just to the left of there is our sandy beach, which is pretty unique on this lake, which happens to be about 2.5 miles long. There's our beach with some of our association furniture. And just looking out at, this is the smaller portion of the lake, and around the corner is like 2/3 more lake. Here we are wading out into the water. That float out there is about 6 feet above the ground, so you can walk all the way out there. Here Susan and I are getting ready to get in our kayaks and take a cruise around the lake. Here we are coming back. You're looking towards our beach as we're bringing the kayaks back in. And here's the lake at dusk. Pretty gorgeous. Well, here I am with my neighbor. We decided we were going to build our own dock and make it modular so that we can take it out in the summer and bring it in the winter, which we have to do because the lake freezes over. So here we are, sweating and slaving and trying to get this thing put out. If the professionals do it, it's about $250 each time they move it in and out. And we thought we'd save the money by doing this ourselves. I own the waders, so I'm the guy who's in the water, and my neighbor's the one on top. Here we are, proud owners of our dock, and just to see if it works, my neighbor took his rowboat and tied it up, and voila, we have a working dock. Well, here's our boat, tied up to our dock. It's a pontoon boat that everyone around here calls a party boat, which is pretty cool because it's like floating around in your living room. There's couches and tables. I put a barbecue on, a CD player, and just go out, float around the lake, and listen to music and have good food and drink. Here's the captain's chair, which is mine. I even have a captain hat just to make sure everyone knows who the boss is. So here we are, steaming across the lake. It moves pretty well for a living room. You're looking back towards our beach, and here's the larger part of the lake where we cruise around and look at all the homes on the shore. Here's a small bay that we usually drop anchor in and start cooking hot dogs on the barbecue and dive in the water and play, and there's a small beach there too. Here we are on our way back to the beach, and see if I can dock this thing. Well, here was our first winter in Maine. You could see the garage that was there, and also a little bit of snow that we got. Winters are pretty fun around here, and here I am clearing our driveway, which I have to do often. Here's some ice shacks where the fishermen are out there trying to pull fish out of the lake. And some ice boats. It's pretty fun around here in the winter as well as the summer.